What is up guys, it's Cal, and in this video I'm going to show you a new family fighter boss pet that you can defeat in Argus. So what that means exactly is that there are 18 pets across Argus that you have to defeat with pet teams filled with like beast pets, critter pets, dragon pets, etc. And in this video I'm going to show you all of the pet teams I used to defeat Deathscreech. Now Deathscreech is located in a cave in Kroken at about 2957, where you see on the map here. Just right over here. Now these pets I'm using obviously aren't like set in stone. These are just the ones that I used to defeat Deathscreech. Remember that if you do have any of these pets but they aren't leveled up, you can of course go to the pet menagerie store in Dalaran, buy level 25 pet stone for 45 pet charms, use it on your pet, and voila, level 25. Also, another thing to note about Deathscreech, since he is a boss pet, he takes 50% less damage and can't be damaged for more than 35% of his health in a single turn. Now before I tell you what teams I used exactly to defeat this guy, I do want to tell you all of the pets that I used at the beginning here first, so you can like go down as a checklist to see if you have these pets already, or if you might need to find your own pet teams to defeat this guy, or you can, of course look some up on Wowhead or whatnot. So for my aquatic team I used a Biletoad, Kelp Scudder, and Dancing Water Skimmer. For my beast team, which was a bit more difficult, I picked Zufu, Terror Larva, and Feline Familiar. For my critter team, I used 3 snails. For my dragon team, I used the Nether Fairy Dragon, Crominius, and you can just pick any other dragon. I just picked Lil Terragosa. For my elemental team, I used the Tainted Waveling, Tiny Snowman, and the Pandaren Air Spirit. For my flying team, I used the Fledgling Nether Ray, Icky, and the Snowfeather Hatchling. Humanoids, I used Sister of Temptation, Hogs, and Grumpling. Though I'm pretty sure you can use just any pet for that last one, as long as it has like a hard-hitting ability, and it's humanoid obviously. For magic, I use a Toxic Wasteling, Oily Slimeling, and if you have a third slime, I would use it, but I didn't, so I picked the Eldritch Manaphiend. For my mechanical team, I used the Tranquil Mechanical Yeti, Clockwork Gnome, and the Dark Moon Tonk. For Undead, I use the Unborn Valkyrie, Macabre Marionette, and the Ghostly Skull, but you can really pick anything for that last one. Now for my aquatic team, the Biletoad, I picked Tongue Lash, Healing Wave, Frog Kiss, Kelp Scuttler, I picked a Rip, Spiny Carapace, and Blood in the Water, and then Dancing Water Skimmer, I used Poison Spit, Healing Wave, and Pump. So I'm going to start off using a Frog Kiss. Now I'm going to use a Healing Wave, and then another Frog Kiss. Now Tongue Lash, and then another Frog Kiss. You might be seeing a pattern here. That Frog Kiss actually stunned him, which is good. Frog Kiss on CD, Healing Wave on CD, and I will Tongue Lash as a filler. So after that Healing Wave, Frog Kiss right here. And now a Tongue Lash. Now another Frog Kiss. And he's probably going to kill me here, but I'm going to Healing Wave anyway. Yeah, he killed me. So we're going to bring out the Kelp Scuttler. Now let's start out using Spiny Carapace. Now let's use Rip on him, which will make him bleed. And because he's bleeding, we're going to use Blood in the Water. Oh wow, that was a big crit. But we're going to be fine. One more pet. He only has 284 health left. Poison Spit or Pump. Let's just use 2 pumps here. Hopefully he doesn't kill us. So we're going to pump, and then this pump should kill him. And there we go. That is the aquatic team. Okay, now for the beast team, which this one's actually a bit more difficult. I'm using Zufu, which I picked Spirit Claws for, Moonfire, and Prowl. My Terror Larva I used Chomp, Acidic Goo, and Worst Nightmare. And then Feline Familiar I picked Onyx Bite. The second ability doesn't matter. And then Prowl. So we're going to start off using a Prowl here. And now, if he kills us here, which he didn't, that's good. I'm going to use a Moonfire. If he did kill you just then, you're going to want to restart. So just keep that in mind. Now I picked Spirit Claws, but he's going to kill us here anyway. So now we're moving on to the Terror Larva. So I'm going to use Acidic Goo here. And I'm actually going to use Worst Nightmare. Hopefully it hits. It did. If it didn't, you might want to restart. Maybe not. I don't know. But now I'm just going to Chomp, essentially, till my larva dies, which was right there. Okay. Now with the Feline Familiar, I'm just going to Onyx Bite, and that should kill him. Yep. And that is the beast team. Now for the critter team, I use Scooter the Snail, Silk Beat Snail, and then Rapana Whelk, and all of them use the same abilities. So Ooze Touch, Shell Shield, which I don't even use at all, and then Dive. So we're going to start off using a Dive. Next up we're going to use Ooze Touch, and then another Ooze Touch, and then he's going to kill us here. With a second snail, going to start off with a Dive, and now an Ooze Touch, and now another Ooze Touch, and dead. Third snail, once again a Dive, right here. Now a Ooze Touch, Hopefully we kill him with this Ooze Touch right here. And we win. It was very close though. Now for the Dragon team, Nether Fairy Dragon, I used Arcane Blast, Life Exchange, and Moonfire for. Chromenius, Bite, Howl, Surge of Power, and then you can use any dragon, but really the only ability I think I might need is Surge of Power, but I'm just going to see if I even need to switch to him. Now we're going to start off with a Moonfire here, now an Arcane Blast, and now we're going to use a Life Exchange, and I actually had to restart this battle once because I had bad RNG. That might be a possibility. So make sure he actually apocalypses in the first like 2 turns. But after that Life Exchange, we're going to, well, do another Arcane Blast because that's the only thing we can do. And then hopefully we can get this Moonfire off. Nope, he killed us. That's fine though. Now we're going to Howl with our Chromenius, and then Surge of Power, hopefully it kills him. Okay, he has 92 health left. So you will need that 3rd dragon pet, but you will only need 1 turn of that 3rd dragon pet. So we're going to use a Surge of Power here because, you know, why not? Just why not? And he's dead. Next up for the Elemental team, on the Tainted Waveling, I picked Ooze Touch, Corrosion, and Healing Wave. For Tiny Snowman, I used Magic Hat, Call Blizzard, and Deep Freeze, and then Pandaren Air Spirit, I picked Wild Winds, Whirlwind, and Arcane Storm. So starting off here, we're going to use Corrosion. And now we're going to use an Ooze Touch, and now we're going to use a second Ooze Touch. Hopefully he uses an Apocalypse. He did use an Apocalypse, so I can actually get a 3rd Ooze Touch off. This fight actually seems fairly RNG based, because this is my like 3rd time trying it. 3rd time's a charm. But that was my 3rd Ooze Touch, and he's going to kill us here. So you want to make sure he Apocalypses fairly early on. You want to at least get 2 Ooze Touches off, so keep that in mind. Now we're going to start off using a Call Blizzard. Next up, let's use a Deep Freeze, which will stun him because Blizzard's active. And now we're going to use a Magic Hat. So first off, we're going to use Arcane Storm. And now, okay, that was a close one, but we're going to use Whirlwind and get it off and actually kill him. So there was the Elemental team. Now with the Flying team, with the Fledgling Nether Ray, which you can actually use Nether Ray Fry. That's level 25 also. As you see, mine's obviously not because they have the exact same abilities. But we're only going to use Arcane Blast. So make sure that's selected. Icky, you're not going to use the first ability. Make sure you have Black Claw and Flock, and then Snowfeather Hatchling. Make sure you have Falcosaur Swarm and Predatory Strike. So we're going to start off with an Arcane Blast here. We're actually going to keep using this until we die. So here is the 2nd Arcane Blast. Here is the 3rd Arcane Blast, and he killed me. Now we're going to start off with a Black Claw, and now a Flock, and I'm not going to be able to get this next Flock off, but anyway, yeah. So I'm actually going to start off with a Falcosaur Swarm here, and well, that's actually going to kill him. So there was the Flying team. Now for the Humanoid team, I used Agony, Curse of Doom, and Love Struck with my Sister of Temptation. Hogs, I picked Vicious Slice, Stampede, and Headbutt, and then Grumpling. I'm only going to need Gift of Winter's Veil, I'm pretty sure. Now we're going to start off using a Love Struck here, which will stun him. He Apocalypsed on the first round. Now we're going to actually use Curse of Doom because he's stunned, and now we're going to use an Agony. So there we go, and then he's actually just going to kill us the next turn. So it really doesn't matter what we use. Now with Hogs, all we're going to do is Stampede. That's it. So hopefully get that 2nd Stampede round in. You might not be able to because he might crit you in the first round, but hopefully you can. But he's just going to kill us right here. So as you saw earlier, the Curse of Doom did a lot of damage to him. You want to make sure he's at least at like 720 health here because he can't be damaged by more than 35% in one single round, and your Grumpling's only going to last like 1 damaging round. So we're going to use Gift of Winter's Veil. Hopefully that kills him here, and it will. So there's the Humanoid team. Now with the Magic team, with the Toxic Wasteling, I picked Ooze Touch, Corrosion, and Acidic Goo. For my 2nd slime, I picked the same thing. If you have a 3rd slime, I'd say probably use it, but I don't, so I'm picking the Eldritch Mana Fiend, which I used Arcane Blast, Surge of Power, and Soul Rush for. So we're going to start off with an Acidic Goo, and then a Corrosion, and now an Ooze Touch. And luckily my magic ability saved me, but I just used another Ooze Touch, and he's already almost dead. So you're probably not going to need the 3rd pet. And now you know what, with the 2nd slime, I'm going to live on the edge. I'm going to just start off with an Ooze Touch. I'm not even going to use the other debuffs on him. So that was my 1st Ooze Touch. Let's use a 2nd Ooze Touch. Okay, 17 health, really? 3rd Ooze Touch. This one's got him. 21 health versus 17. Okay, we got him. Next up for the Mechanical team, on the Tranquil Mechanical Yeti, I picked Metal Fist, Call Lightning, and Supercharge. For Clockwork Gnome, I used Metal Fist, Repair, and Build Turret. And then for Dark Moon Tonk, I used Charge, Mana Field, and Ion Cannon. So we're going to start off with a Metal Fist here. Now another Metal Fist. Now I'm going to use a Call Lightning here, just because, yeah, he's going to knock me to my extra round here. But we want to make sure we get that Call Lightning off near the end. Now with the Clockwork Gnome, you want to build Turret. And now a Metal Fist. And now another Metal Fist. Oh, okay, well finally Apocalypses. I'm going to be able to get my second build turret in, which is really good. Now, I don't think my Ion Cannon's going to be able to kill that 431 health. So I'm going to use Charge here, which Charge always goes first. So this Ion Cannon will hopefully take him out. And there you have it. There's a Mechanical Team. Now finally, my Undead team. I didn't use the first ability at all. Curse of Doom and Unholy Extension for the Unborn Valkyrie, Macabre Marionette. Not going to use the first ability at all. Siphon Life and Dead Man's Party. And for the third one, you can pick anything. I don't even think I'm going to use them. But I think the only ability I will use is Ghostly Bite. So we're going to start off with a Curse of Doom. Now we're going to use Unholy Ascension. Next up for the Marionette, I'm going to put Siphon Life on him. And now Dead Man's Party. And Dead Man's Party continues. And then Dead Man's Party is going to go for one more round because he just knocked me into my Undead phase. And you want to make sure you use Dead Man's Party a third time, or again, so it keeps that buff up. Now for Ghostly Skull, let's just use Ghostly Bite and take him out, which is going to do a lot of damage because of the Shattered defenses. And that is the Undead team. So those are all of the pet teams to defeat Deathscreech. I hope this video is helpful to all of you guys. If you guys have any other team variations, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Obviously, these are not the only teams you can use. But if you guys like this video, if it was helpful to all of you, you can leave a like on it, you can sub to the channel for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.